Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome back to another episode of the History AI podcast. I'm Chuck, and with me as always is the brilliant Marco.
Brilliant? Chuck, if you keep inflating my ego like that, soon I won't fit through the studio door.
Well, someone's gotta do it. But speaking of inflating egos, we're here today to talk about someone who actually deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. Someone who played a vital role in the American Revolution but doesn't always make it into the standard history textbooks.
Oh, let me guess, Captain America?
Close. But no, today's episode is about Wentworth Cheswell.
Ah. The other Midnight Rider. This is going to be good.
Let's start at the beginning. Wentworth Cheswell was born on April 11, 1746, in Newmarket, New Hampshire. He came from a line of notable free black people in colonial New England. His grandfather, Richard Cheswell, was the first African-American property owner in New Hampshire.
That's already impressive. Owning property back then, as a black man, was no small feat.
Absolutely. And Wentworth's father, Hopestall Cheswell, was a respected carpenter, further cementing the Cheswell family's place in society. Now, these roots played a crucial role in shaping Wentworth's upbringing and future.
And speaking of upbringing, Wentworth was a highly educated man, right?
You bet. He went to Dummer Charity School in Byfield, Massachusetts, which is now known as the Governor's Academy. And his education, combined with his family's status, allowed him to explore various talents and professions.
Like what?
He was a schoolteacher, a church warden, a historian, and even a tax collector. Quite the Renaissance man.
Sounds like someone who wears many hats, or should I say, tri-cornered hats.
Oh, Marco. But you're right. And as diverse as his talents were, one of the most significant aspects of his life was his firm stance as a patriot.
Right. The big question, why did he choose the Patriot side?
Cheswell believed in the core values the Patriots stood for: freedom, liberty, and the right to self-determination. He felt a deep connection to these ideals, given his family's history.
And speaking of stances and rides, let's dive deep into his famous ride to Portsmouth.
Ah, the other midnight ride. Most of us know about Paul Revere and his midnight ride warning of the approaching British troops. But Wentworth Cheswell had his own vital ride. On the night of December 13, 1774, Cheswell rode to Portsmouth, raising the alarm, warning towns, and mustering militia.
And alarms back then weren't like today's text alerts or push notifications. No, they needed a real live person to ride and spread the word.
Exactly. Cheswell was one of those chosen to ride through the night, alerting neighboring towns about the potential threat of British soldiers coming to Fort William and Mary in Portsmouth. His role was crucial in mustering local militias to respond.
And this event is significant because the local patriots actually managed to capture a large supply of gunpowder from the fort, right?
You nailed it, Marco. The surprise raid allowed the Patriots to seize the gunpowder, a major blow to the British and a significant gain for the colonial militia. And it demonstrated the effectiveness of the colonial communication network, with Cheswell playing a pivotal role.
It's kind of like a teaser trailer for the main event in 1775. But this December ride showcased Wentworth Cheswell's dedication and the trust his community had in him.
Definitely. And it laid the groundwork for his even more significant ride the following year, reinforcing the importance of communication and alert systems during the Revolution.
So, when we think of midnight rides, it's not just about one famous night in 1775. Cheswell was already in the saddle, spreading the word and rallying the troops even before then. That's a ride worth remembering. In fact, without Cheswell's ride, the British might have faced a very different scenario in Portsmouth.
That's the thing about history. There's always more to the story than meets the eye, and his role didn't stop there. During the Revolution, Cheswell served as a selectman, town moderator, and even participated in local militias. He was genuinely dedicated to the Patriot cause.
Wave goodbye to sugar-loaded boosts and say hello to Strike Force Energy. The energy drink additive revolutionizing how you power up, all without a single calorie or sugar. Just a squeeze, and you're set for action. Ready to make the switch? Visit strikeforceenergy.com. And for our listeners, spark your savings with an exclusive 20% discount. Just use code UTSALAX24 at checkout. Remember, UTSALAX24. Strike Force Energy, elevate every sip.
Welcome back. We were just discussing Wentworth Cheswell's role during the Revolution. But what about his life after the war, Chuck?
Oh, he remained an influential figure in his community. Over the span of his life, Cheswell was elected to office for 49 years, serving Newmarket in various capacities.
That's almost half a century. Imagine being so good at your job that people keep voting for you for 49 years.
It truly is impressive. And his dedication to public service reflects his lasting impact on his community and the broader American narrative.
It's a shame he's not as widely recognized as he should be. Can you imagine if there was Twitter back then? #CheswellRide or #WentworthMidnight.
That would be trending for sure. Wentworth Cheswell passed away in 1817, but his legacy remains. Through him, we're reminded that the fight for American liberty involved a diverse group of people, each playing their unique part.
And that's what makes history so fascinating. It's not just about the names we all know, but also about the unsung heroes who shaped our world in countless ways.
Well said, Marco. And that's a wrap for today's episode on Wentworth Cheswell. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the life and times of an unsung hero of the American Revolution.
And if you liked this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with your history-loving friends.
Until next time, keep exploring the pages of history.